What is up? Today we're going to be talking about the Panasonic GH5 and basically which memory cards should you get for something like this. We're going to get right into it. Hope you enjoy. What is up, boys and girls? My name is Vin Ginfield. Hope you're having a smashing day. If this is your first time to the channel, welcome. Fist bump. No? Okay, never mind. Okay, so we're going to be talking about memory cards today. I have a couple here and I've tested them out. I've been using the GH5 for about, I don't know, maybe 2 months now. I think we're approaching 2 months. And it's been awesome. So far, I haven't had any issues with memory cards except for certain recording modes. And that's what I wanted to talk about. So the short answer, like the really short answer, is that if you're gonna use every inch of your GH5, I'm talking like you want to be able to shoot 400 megabits per second, you want to shoot in 6K, then you're gonna have to unfortunately spend a lot of money on something like this. This is the A data. And it's a standard called V90 and it's super fast. I think it's something like 280 megabytes per second or something like that. It's like insanely fast write and read speeds. So if you don't want to have any doubts about how you're going to use your GH5, you're going to have to get something like this, unfortunately. And as you can see, there is a bit of a difference between this one and a regular one. If you look at the back, there are like these two lines. And I'm gonna take my SanDisk Extreme and you can see that there is definitely a difference. Now, that's like the short answer. And for anyone having like Amazon affiliate links, they would obviously be telling you to get this one. I also do have an Amazon affiliate link, but my point is you can get a lot of commission recommending this SD card because it's very expensive. It's ludicrously expensive. So I think that you can actually save a lot of money and getting something different. If you can imagine yourself not using the GH5 to shoot 400 megabits per second or shooting 6K. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna recommend two SD cards. One is the Kingston, which has a write speed of 80 megabytes per second and it's fast enough. And then I'm gonna recommend the SanDisk Extreme, which is also something like 80 or 90 megabytes per second. The reason I don't really recall is because every time I test the speed of memory cards, the thing that they are labeled for, like, it's never real. Like, it's always lower or higher even sometimes. So it doesn't really matter what they say on the package. The real life experience is very different. I'm just gonna say basically like this. Most of the time, I don't even shoot in 400 megabits per second, so I never actually need the A data, you know? Most of the time, it's fast enough to have something like the SanDisk Extreme. And also, like, I think that basically, here's the thing. If you're like shooting a movie or something, then you might need those extra megabits just, you know, to be able to color grade correctly and stuff like that. And by all means, if you really need that, you do that. But the reason why I personally almost never shoot in that extremely high bitrate is because the video files become so huge then it's almost unmanageable, like when you're gonna upload it to Final Cut Pro, when you have to transfer it. And also just to consider, this is like 256 megabytes. You'd think that I could, gigabytes. You'd think I could like film as much as I can, but like if you're shooting 400 megabits per second, you can hardly shoot like an hour of footage. So I'm just saying, most of the time I go with like 100 megabytes per second. It's enough for me. Usually I shoot in something like 60 FPS or 24 FPS. And whenever I tested these two cards, I've had zero issues. The only time I've had issues is when I shoot in 400 megabits per second. I get these errors like due to the lower speeds of my SD card, I could not continue to film, something like that. But whenever I shoot in regular modes, 100 megabits per second, 150 megabits per second, no problems. So I'm gonna put links to these two below also, and just really consider it. Like, a lot of people are gonna think, oh well, if I'm gonna get the GH5, I might as well shoot in 400 megabits per second. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think like the majority of people who use the GH5 shoot in 400 megabits per second. I just highly doubt it, because the image quality difference is not that huge. I mean, you can almost not tell, you know what I mean? Like it's not a big deal. You think like, oh well, 400 megabits, that's like 4 times the quality. Yeah, no, it's not. It's just not. Okay, so again, if you don't want to have any doubts, I recommend the A-Data V90 standard. This one is expensive though, and it's only for super pro users. But for everyone else, I'm gonna recommend the SanDisk Extreme and the Kingston memory card. I'm gonna put the links below in the video description. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you want to, you can support this channel on Patreon. Go to patreon.com/VinGin to get more content or to discuss ideas on my Discord server. Thanks so much for watching.